Bible on me, I'ma talk that talk, yeah, I stay in the spirit, so I'ma walk that walk. Bible on me, I'ma talk that talk, yeah, I stay in the spirit, so I'ma walk that walk. Bible on me, I'ma talk that talk, yeah, I stay in the spirit, so I'ma walk that walk. Bible on me, I'ma talk that talk, yeah, I stay in the, I'ma walk that. My nationality is there's a light, I got a way into heaven. James 2:1 with the 7, without the works it's dead. We dwelling on 1 Peter 4 and 11. I let the words go ahead and spread, we installing in light to raise up all the dead. Yeah, I'm walking by faith, not by sight, but I know in my mind that I still see the light. So I know where I'm going, I discern both times. Yeah, the law is the apple of my right eye. Yeah, we seeing what's hidden. This ain't no why spot couldn't hop on the beat for the spiritual ride. Cause you're staring at the picture with an evil eye. By phone just to cover in the back of the mind. But we watch the
You're gonna be enticed by wicked spirits. So when you go in there and you have those thought processes, it's because you're around wickedness, right? But also give me Proverbs 25 and 28.
Is that the reason you said?
Proverbs.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't be in there. Because let me tell you this, brother. If you're around a lustful, lascivious pastor and he's teaching you, by product, you're inheriting the things that he's teaching, and his spirit is gonna rub off on you. Spirits, hey, they jump on people. So if someone around you is like that, well, you're gonna become like that. Read that real quick.
Proverbs 25, verse number 28. He that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
And so even if you are around these spirits, though, you also have to know how to have control over your spirit and not think about women in that nature. Because would you want another man think about your daughter like that?
Right, I understand that, because man, just like you said, man, I got a daughter that's she just turned 21.
Right.
I'm thinking about it. I'm 45. I'm like, man, you know, these little young, yeah, I used to be, you know, doing all that, but now I don't even think about it no more.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, dang, nigga, looking at my daughter, like, you know, now I'm thinking about it. Like, damn, somebody,
Yep.
somebody looking at my baby like that.
Yep. So we have to understand at the end of the day, ultimately, it's the Most High daughter. So imagine looking at the Lord's daughter and lust and just sleeping with her and doing away with her. What do you think the Lord would do?
I mean, of course he's gonna
get up
make
with
some problems.
Yeah, he gonna get up with you.
Yeah.
Right? Same way as a carnal father, we would get up with somebody if they was mistreating our daughters. Right? Same way the Lord to get up with us. So we have to understand that, yeah, it's wrong. And the spirits that are in the churches are provoking you to be that way. That's why you have to get away from those spirits. Right? Give me that in the book of Sirach, 37:12.
Sirach chapter 37 and verse 12. But be continually with a godly man.
What the Lord say?
Be continually with a godly man,
Read.
whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
So you should be around godly men that you know that keep the commandments of God. Like you say you love the 10 commandments, right? These are things that you love that are inside the scripture. You have to also love men that love keeping not just the 10, but all the commandments of God, right? Because in reality, there's over 600 commandments of God that we had to be keeping.
I mean to cut you off. I'm gonna ask you this, okay? Do you believe that every one of us that's out here today break a commandment a day?
Oh yeah, we all break some sort of fashion. Yeah.
Right, every day.
Right. Well, that's why we have Christ, right? Give me John 1:17. John 1:17.
I was gonna see if that was an honest answer. But some people say, no, I don't. With the John.
If a man say he don't sing, he's a damn liar.
How could you be human?
Just see yourself.
Right.
Look at John chapter 1 and verse 17. For the law was given by Moses.
Actually, get what you were gonna get, and then give me Colossians 2 and 12.
God, it says
1 and 9.
God. Book of John chapter 1 and verse 9. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive our sins.
So if we confess our sins, the Most High is faithful and just to forgive us of the sins we confess. Now, if you never confess your sins, the Most High ain't gonna forgive you. Read.
And to cleanse us from all unrighteousness.
Right.
If we say that we have not sinned.
Now, if you say you have no sin, for one, you can't confess it. Right, so read.
We make him a liar.
And you make Christ a liar and the Most High a liar. Read.
And his word is not in us.
And the word of the Lord is not in us if you say you have no sin.
Okay.
So we all have sinned, we all fall short, but that's why we need Christ, right? Give me 1 John 2 and 1.
1 John chapter 2 and verse 1. My little children, these things write I unto you, that ye sin not.
Right.
And if any man sin,
But if we do fall short, read,
we have an advocate with
We
the
have
Father.
what?
We have an advocate with the Father.
we have someone to plead on our behalf. We have Christ, which is that mediator. Give me 1 Timothy 2:5. Christ is the mediator that's able to plead on our behalf to bring us back, to throw up our prayers for repentance. Right? Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 5. For there is one God and one mediator.
There's what?
One God and one mediator
Read.
between God and men, the man Christ Jesus.
So Christ is that mediator between God and man.
Okay.
Christ is that mediator, right?
The Father.
Not the Father. The Father isn't the mediator, but Christ is the one that goes to the Father on our behalf.
Okay.
Like let's say you have a judge. The judge is the Most High. You have the lawyer, which is Christ, and you have the defendant, which is us.
Okay.
Right? And we have to go to the lawyer has to go to the judge.
Right.
So that's how we liken it unto. So Christ is that forgiveness for our sins.
Okay.
But we can't willfully sin now. So so Christ is speaking of when we fall short, he's going to be there for us.
Okay.
If we do it in sincerity, you know what I mean, and we're not willfully going off, Christ is there for us.
Okay.
But if you willfully go off, right, they got you on 4K camera committing murder, can your lawyer get you off? Hell no, you're going to jail. They got your fingerprint on the gun. They got the motives in the text message.
It's all that.
It's a RICO case.
But everything written out in the Bible, right?
Everything's all written out. Right?
Okay. I want to ask you this question. Let me figure it out. I just say, like, I hate to say my mother. We just gonna say a lady. Okay. This guy been in jail, selling drugs, all this type of stuff. Okay, bad. But the lady who, you know, she helping him out of jail and all that, just get out. She's gonna tell him, get out, go to church, brother, go through, serve the Lord, change your life, change your life. And he said, he's telling me, yeah, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna try to do that, I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, bam, gets out of jail. Okay, now, the ladies, she's setting up everything nice for him, setting up everything nice for him. But as soon as that guy don't want to say, maybe she wants you to stay here for 8 hours. Say you don't want to stay there for 8 hours. You want to leave in 3. You are, wrong, and I shouldn't have got you out of jail, and instead of throwing rocks at you. I mean, throwing rocks at you, instead of beating you down with words.
Right.
But she was the same person that I am now, but I couldn't say nothing when she was little, when I was little.
Right.
Like, when she was on drugs, I couldn't say, hey, mom, stop smoking drugs. You got me from the crack out. Hey, you a crackhead and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about that. But I couldn't say that then, but I don't see it now. I'm actually proud of what she's been through because it made the man that I am.
Right.
And I tell her that all the time. But I feel like she's wrong to say she's saved and all this when you steady throwing rocks at me. But I tell you, this is hurting me. The things that you say, about me, you're supposed to be Christian.
Right.
And then when you come to say, pray, I'm a pray, and you steady beating me down with stuff that's not true.
Right. Give me
I know if I'm going like a roller coaster.
No,
like, you like
where you good. Give me Proverbs 27:5. All right. Also give me Sirach chapter 4 and verse 30. I want Sirach 4 and 30 first.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this one out real quick.
Okay, we'll show you something real quick.
Sirach, chapter 4 and verse number 30. Be not as a lion in thine house.
What the Lord say?
Be not as a lion in thine house.
So you don't want to be as a lion in the house. Lion are animals that rule with fierceness, right? They're always dominant. You know what I mean? So in the household, we don't want to be like that. Whether it's our parents shouldn't be like that, and we shouldn't be like that. If we husbands to our wives or our children. Read that.
Says, nor frantic among thy servants.
Nor what?
Frantic among thy servants.
Nor you don't want to be frantic, right? You don't want to be just doing everything in haste and without a thought, right? So go back to that. Sorry, Proverbs
27.
Wow.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love.
What the Lord say?
Open rebuke is better than secret love.
So sometimes words are harsh, and yeah, necessarily people don't have to say things the way they say it.
Right.
But sometimes the truth does hurt. Sometimes we have to take emotions out of it and take what they're saying rather than how they're saying. Because as men, sometimes we say things to not hurt people, but they're blunt.
Okay.
You know, so some people say stuff blunt sometimes, and we have to take our emotions out of it and be like, all right, what were they conveying? Were they doing it to hurt me, or were they saying it in truth?
I'm sorry. I'm listening.
See that? See that? Look, got drawn away, man. He'll come back. You understand what I was saying, though, brother?
Fingers.
Come here, brother. Come here. She's saying you, brother. Look. So look. So what I'm conveying to you, King, is that sometimes people may be saying right things to you. You just may not like the way they're saying it.
Right.
But the message isn't wrong at the end of the day. Because are you, by her giving you that correction, is the things wrong that she's saying?
Actually,
Like what? Give me an example. That's kind of ambiguous for me. I can't really judge the matter.
you selling, you back selling.
You gotta look at me, Ken. I can't read.
Hold on, let me check. I don't know. Hold on.
Brother getting drugged away by a woman that don't want to talk to you, man. She put up the finger and told you to hold on.
Yep.
Hold your damn peace.
Now he over here like Drake with the key.
Yeah.
You love me.
Yeah. Running. He's literally running down the street to go catch her. Brother, she seen you. She wanted to talk to you. She had to talk to you, man. Right? And the problem with that, man, is right.
Me and my eye. Look over here at me. I'm pointing right at
She
you.
finna run down there and she
Doing the day.
finna ignore his ass again.
Yeah, he
steady yelling.
He yelling at her. Hey. She looked like a lot less Man, it's nothing matters. But hey, first and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach, woman like Shah. Right, it was a beautiful opening in the camp.
What's the 5?
She looks for the fire.
20.
We got some fire for you right now. Give me Jeremiah. Give me Jeremiah. I'm about to give you some fire real quick. 20.
Right here.
Give me Jeremiah 20 and 9.
29.
This the book of Jeremiah, chapter 20 and verse 9. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name.
Give me Matthew 3 and 11.
But his word was in my heart, as a burning fire.
As a what?
As a burning fire.
What's the fire?
As a burning fire. Shut up in my bones.
Do what?
Shut up in my bones.
So, hey, look, sister. This is the fire you got to get. It's this word. So you got 2 minutes to hear the words of the Lord. All praise to the Most High. All praise. All right. You believe in the Bible? All right. Give me 1 Corinthians. All right. You know what I want. 3 and 16.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
You believe that? That you're the temple of God? Read.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
And you know that the Spirit dwells inside of you, right? Now, I'm going to use this analogy. Look for something. Let's say this barber shop right here. It was on fire. It was full of smoke. Would you go in there and take a deep breath and inhale that smoke in? Why not? It's too strong. It's gonna what? What's it gonna do to you? It's gonna kill you. Same way with the other smoke. It all leads to death. Right, read that.
Verse 17.
So remember, your temple is the temple of God. Same way you wouldn't walk in that building, the Most High does not dwell in our temple filled with smoke and things that are defiled. Read.
If any man defile the temple of God.
So if you defile the temple that the Most High has given you, which is the vessel that you possess, read.
Him shall God destroy.
What the Lord say?
Him shall God destroy.
The Most High end up destroying you for that. So we're not supposed to be smoking. That's what we're not supposed to be doing, because it defiles your temple too. Do it make sense? Because what you do when you smoke? You what? Cough. Why do you think you cough? Because it's not supposed to be in your body. Just like when water get in your lungs, what you do? You cough so you can get it out your lungs, right? Your lungs do not repair themselves. The more you smoke, the more you damage the body that the Most High has given you. You ever heard a worldly saying, when somebody gives you something, you return it in better condition than they gave it to you? How can you return your body in better condition if you're destroying it? Right? Give me Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29.
It's the book of
And
Genesis.
what's the reason, if you don't mind me asking, why you smoke? There's a reason for some everything
I'm
you
a
do.
single mom with 3 kids.
Okay.
It's hard out here.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Is that a fix? Like, does it fix anything? So ultimately, you're doing it for a temporary fix that kind of takes away in the moment, but it doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? So like, let's just say, because that's a lot of money at the end of the day.
Yeah, 20 can go towards your kids.
Yeah, that could be food, right? That could be saving up to get into a better position. This is past all the time. Yeah, you spent money when you could have been forward in your life to put it in a better position, right? I've seen over the years, you know, my parents buying cigarettes and weed, and guess what? They always tapping their pocket like, damn, the cigarette's going up. Stop smoking them. You know what I mean? Price is going up. Well, stop smoking it. Because again, it's not doing anything. It's a bad habit that doesn't fix anything but really makes you worse. All right, so read that.
This is the book of Genesis.
You got wisdom song.
Chapter 1 and verse 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed.
What's the weed?
Every herb bearing seed.
So the Most High did give us the herbs, right? Read.
Which is upon the face of the earth. And every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Right.
To you it shall be for meat.
It's for meat for us. These are things to heal us that we consume through eating, not through smoking. Smoking kills all the chemical properties that are supposed to heal you, right? And all it does is not what? Change your mindset to kind of get you high, right? Well, that doesn't really heal you, right? Marijuana is good for certain things as far as brothers say you put it in tea, it helps people thin out their blood that struggle with blood clots. Now, if you keep putting in your damn tea and you don't struggle with heavy blood and blood clots, you're gonna thin out your blood too much and die. Just like medicine isn't used to be over abused, it's used for the sick. These herbs are used to heal people for the sick, for ailments and infirmities in their body. Right, read that though.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 12. But it was neither herb.
It was what?
It was neither herb,
right?
Nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health.
But ultimately, even these things don't fully restore you to health. These things don't bring you peace of mind, comfort, and relaxation from the hell you catch on a daily basis. Read.
But thy word.
But what?
But thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things.
No, it heals some things.
Which healeth all things.
So it's the word that heals all things. So for you being stressed and going through things and being afflicted in this life, you want to turn to the words of the Lord. All right, go to Psalms. Psalms 142 and verse number 1 real quick. Right, because a lot of our forefathers and our foremothers, they went through a lot of hell, right? They didn't have easy lives. Even though we may have been in rulership at the time, we still go through hell because we're in this fleshly body. Read that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 142 and verse 1. I cried unto the Lord.
What David do?
I cried unto the Lord.
David was a king. David was a mighty man that the Lord was with. And he still cried unto the Lord. Read.
I cried unto the Lord with my voice. With my voice unto the Lord did I make my supplication. I poured out my complaint before him. I poured out my complaint before him. I showed before him my trouble.
And we have to pour our complaints, show things that we're going through unto the Lord, that he may heal us. Because if you don't lean unto the Lord, why would he ever heal you? Right? We have to call upon the Lord, confess our faults, confess our complaints unto him. That way he may take them away. And some stuff the Lord's just not going to take away because we need to go through it. Right? We need to be made better people. You don't become better by never going through stuff. You become better by going through things, learning from them, and adapting to the situation. Right? So, you understand why the Most High say we can't do that, right? Are you willing to give that up for the Lord? more smoking.
Oh, really?
Huh? All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Right? So it's actually more things in the scriptures that we had to do. Right? You know any commandments of God outside the one we just taught? Huh? What are some other commandments?
I would stand strong with God. Like I feel Him with me every day.
Okay.
Is that what you asked me?
No, like what are some other commandments? Like, let me ask you this: you look back as the brother was staring at you. When that brother was staring at you right before you had looked back. Now, why you think?
Which brother was staring at me? I just
The
looked
bald
back.
head brother. Right when he was walking. Let me ask you, why you think he was staring at you? You facing us. He behind you staring at you. What you think he's staring at?
You trying to see what we doing?
We doing? You think that's why a man would kind of look? I tell you what, he wasn't looking at us. He was looking at you, sister. What you think he was staring at? Read that. Now. Actually, give me 1 Timothy. Give me 1 Timothy real quick. Deuteronomy 20:25.
1 Timothy
Deuteronomy 20:25. Read that.
chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
What that sound like, sister? That women put on modest apparel. What you think that is? Like, if I was looking at an example a day, how do I know what modest apparel is? Huh? Well, it's being covered up, being clothed, right? Having a dress on, right? Because our women.
I don't have my baby bitch, all my clothes. I don't have it.
Hold on, sister. It ain't. It's on this one.
What you looking for?
Pick the cotton.
Yeah.
It's on the old.
Yeah, it's on the old. But look, since even our women in the ancient world, they wore dresses, right? During the time of slavery, when our women were working in the fields or whether they be in the house, they were still wearing dresses, right? So we had to come back to putting on modesty. Right? This is a new thing in the earth, that the clothes that our women wear, because they're revealing, they're provocative, right? And they draw all manners of unwanted lust, right? You see, our women are getting kidnapped at an unbelievable rate. And guess what? What if you tell a man, now you can't get my number? What they do?
They steal the pussy and they step on you.
Yeah, and they kind of turn, or they get mad sometimes. That's not the attention you want, right? So you have to come back to modesty, right? Read that.
This Genesis chapter 24 and verse number 65.
Right.
For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us?
Right.
And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself.
What she do?
She took a veil and covered herself.
So sisters, our sisters have to be covered, right? We have to cover our clothes up. And you say, you know, your baby father, he may have took those things. Well, you have to kind of start recouping, right? You have to go out, you know. Hey, dresses, you can go on certain sites like Shein, Fashion Nova, you know, where they're not that expensive, right? You can have dresses like that.
That's what it was, brand new stuff. He took everything I had.
Okay. Well, you know, since you want to work back to get these things back again. Now, you don't want sundresses and tight revealing things, right? You know what an A-line dress is? Where they kind of flow, right? They're not contoured to your body, they kind of flow out at the hips. So men can't see your figure, because that's what that man was looking at, right? So, because you don't want that unwanted attention. Neither is that what God said, right? It's not how our women should dress. They have to be in modest apparel, right? Now, can you just wear baggy pants? Is that okay? Baggy pants, okay? Read that.
I can.
Okay.
25.
Yeah.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So what's a garment that women wear that men aren't supposed to wear?
Like panties, bro.
Outward appearance. I say you walking down the street. What's something that women can wear that men can't wear?
Makeup, hair,
Clothes. Clothes.
Like dresses.
There you go, dresses. Now let's flip that. If men can't wear dresses, read that from the top.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So if men can't wear dresses, what can't women wear that men wear?
Sloppy men clothes.
What do men wear that women are not supposed to wear?
Like boxes, like jeans.
There you go. Man.
So we can wear jeans. I love jeans.
Hold on. You love God? What God say?
Oh, man. So I can't wear those.
No.
So what I just gotta wear a dress, like really
Skirt.
Skirt.
Skirts. Dresses.
Oh shit.
Is that hard to do? Let me ask you this.
Nah.
You ever went to prom or homecoming or some formal dance before? What you wear? Why you wear pants? You like them? Why you wear pants?
Right.
This is prime, like you gotta dress to a city. Like,
Just like a
dress to a city.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this. Why wouldn't you dress like that every day? Because what do pants represent? These are things for men. When you put on pants, what's in the front? The zipper. Why you need the zipper? The zipper is for men to go to the bathroom. What you going to the bathroom with? You see what I'm saying? So when you really think about it and you go back into the origin of pants, it comes from the feminist movement. Elizabeth Smith Miller, right? Who she was married to a man, but she was over her man in the household. That's not how that's supposed to be. The man is over the woman. The woman submits unto the man in righteousness. You know, he has to be a righteous leader, right? Leading the woman in righteousness, right? Not a lion in the house. But the origins come back from women trying to be men. So what they start doing, they started to dress like men. They started to put on suits with the tie. That doesn't even look right. Right? Women look better in dresses because that's the natural state for a woman. And men in our clothes, our war apparel and regular day clothes that we wear, you know, these things are meant for us. Right? Not for the women. So when we're going back into these things, it's needful for a woman to put on a dress because God said so. Not because the brothers up here said it. That's what God said. Right? Give me 1 John 3:18.
I got a point too.
Go ahead, get your point.
Also, when you wear clothing that's provocative, men are easy. Like if you just wear anything revealing, a man's gonna be attracted to that, and you might attract the wrong man. That's a lot of men, but a woman that's covered up, men are not just so easily drawn to that woman.
Right.
Right. So if you're a princess, you wear dresses, you're gonna find your prince charming right when you covered up, and you're gonna get a true man of the Lord.
Right. And princesses were always usually kept where in the movies? It was kept up.
Yeah.
The princesses weren't out wandering amongst everybody else, were they? They was kind of always in the palace. You know what I mean? Being treated like royalty. When you went out, you had servants and guards with you, right? Yeah. Right. We don't see those things today. We see men treating our women like what? B-word, fools. They see them treating them like that because of how our women present themselves. They have to present themselves as they want people to treat them.
Right.
Not true. Men turn us into what we do.
Well, I don't disagree with that, but does that give the right to now be that? So if a man treats you as something, do you not just say, well, yeah, that's me? No, you don't do that. Now, again, we know ultimately it's the man's fault because women are placating to what men like.
Right.
And men of who have money, who have status, that's who they're trying to impress. Yep. They're not trying to impress the brother that's sleeping on the corner. They don't give a damn about that. They want to impress the man with the Cuban link on, right? That's coming out here in a suit, right? And looking like he got money. Yeah, the scat with a Hellcat, right? That's what they're trying to impress. And that's what these men say they like. But in reality, they don't never marry those women. Right. They marry a woman that you never see.
Right.
Certain men, like LeBron James, his wife, you rarely ever hear about his wife. You rarely see her. The only reason you see her is because she's with him. You never see her by herself, right? And you never see her wearing the clothes that men claim to like.
J. Cole married. You've never seen his wife. I've never seen his wife.
Because men don't, they lust after women like that. They don't marry women like that. You understand? Right? You have a point?
No.
Okay, bring it up.
This is the book of John, chapter 3 and verse 18. My little children, let us not love in words.
So you don't want to just tell the Most High you love them. How you show somebody that you love them? Is it just by saying you love them? How do you?
I show it. Like I actually
You what?
I do things. I show it.
You show it. So instead of just telling the Most High you love them, you have to what? You have to show it. Read.
neither in tongue, but in deed and truth.
So in deed is action. That's showing forth how you love the Most High.
Right.
Give me 1 John 5 and 3.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
So now we're about to show how you can love God correctly. Read.
That we keep His commandments.
How do you show God you love Him?
That we keep His commandments.
What's putting on the dress?
That we keep His commandments.
What's throwing down the weed?
That we keep His commandments.
Read.
And His commandments are not grievous.
And these things aren't hard. If you truly love God, these things are easy because they're for your benefit. Putting on a dress is so creeps don't lust at you and come behind you and look at you. And one day they throw some damn chloroform over your face, they drag you down the aisle. Right? We don't want that to happen.
But they still look with your dress on. Like, they still looking.
You say what?
They still looking when you got a dress on.
Hold on, what type of dress?
A sundress or something.
Oh, you said a sundress.
A fitted dress.
Who? A what dress? A fitted dress. What a fitted dress showing? It's showing all your curves still.
Yeah.
So let me show you an example of what we're saying. Because sundress, which you seeing everything move.
Yeah, it's drum.
Yeah. You say drums.
Yeah.
You don't want to see drums, man. All right, hold on 1 second. Yeah, that's madness, right? That's not what women should be wearing
At all.
right?
What's that Instagram?
These are more so modest.
Sarah was modest.
Right? Now you don't have to get these exact kind. There's more, there's other dresses you can wear. Let me see.
Auntie Sarah was modest.
Yeah, he did some other dresses. Yeah, let me see.
Oh, that's wrong. Now they were wrong, that black one.
Look.
They got a lot of style. They be styling with it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. You can be modest.
You know what I mean? They don't have to be form-fitting clothes. That's loose. Now, is a man gonna stare at you and that and be like, he's imagining all the things he could do? Well, he don't know. What can he imagine? His imagination is limited because he can't imagine you, your body, your figure. Because those things are meant for who? Are they meant for the world to see? Who are they meant for that to see?
Just you.
And who else?
Your man.
And your husband. Yeah, point.
Also, you know what I'm saying? We men up here.
Yeah.
If we see a woman that's covered up, I mean, you can't do nothing but just want to get to know her. Like, damn, okay, what is she about? And da 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 da.
She different.
It's more intriguing.
Yeah, it's more intriguing. He has to actually search these things out and always make the point. A ruby is always hidden.
Right.
To find a ruby, you gotta search it out. You gotta dig. And you gotta be covered up. So when you covered up, a man just not looking at you for lust.
And you can't brutishly dig, or you might damage the ruby. Some things you have to kind of delicately dig out. You have to search through the dirt with your hand a little bit once you get to a certain depth.
Hey, Zakar,
Right.
I said people like to, women like to say that they a snack. Who want a Twinkie that's just sitting there in the open on
Half
the ground?
open, half
Yeah.
exposed.
See that?
Let me ask you this. Say if you've seen a piece of candy on the ground. One was in the wrapper and one was outside the wrapper with all manners of filth, lint, dirt, and bugs around it. Which one, if you hungry, you had nothing else to eat, which one you picking?
The clothes wrapper.
The clothes wrapper. Same thing with women. One is closed, one's exposed. That's how it's like.
So like on that image, also look where all the ants at. That's all the men.
Why they around the open one?
Yeah, it's all the men.
Now
See
the
that?
covered up and
Just
modest one, they kind of leave alone and because guess what? She's not easy. So you have to understand the nature of a man. He's drawn towards his lust. And you don't want that. That's not what you want. You want a man that's more so at the mind. Give me Proverbs real quick. Give me Proverbs 30. And give me the second to last verse.
Proverbs 30. This the book of Proverbs.
31.
Chapter 31
Give me 30.
and verse 30. Favor is deceitful.
What the Lord say?
Favor is deceitful. And beauty is vain.
And beauty is vain. Beauty is vanity. A lot of women with beauty are shallow, right? We see the videos about the gold diggers and things, and they do that because of what men have done to women in their beauty.
Right.
They give them things because of how they look. So now what they start doing, they become more revealing and less covered to get more from men. It's men's fault, we agree. But also the change can start with women. If they stop accepting that and stop doing that, men are gonna change, but men also need to change because by nature it'll force the women to change. If men stop looking at that, there's no way women would do it anymore. right? Because women say they do it for themselves. They do it for men. We understand. Same thing, brothers. We do stuff for women. It's natural. It's in our nature. You're attracted to the other sex, right? These things happen, right? Go ahead.
But a woman that feareth the Lord,
But a woman that fears the Most High, that keeps God's commandments, reads,
she shall be praised.
she's gonna be praised
Right.
over a woman that's just beautiful.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when you dealing with these men, like depend how a woman be dressed, where and they not covered, they pick up a certain type of man that just look at the body. You know what I'm saying? They only thinking of that one type of way. And when you deal with the scripture, it says beauty is vain. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point in time, you gonna get old. That body ain't gonna look the same.
Right.
And guess what? That man ain't gonna be there no more. Because that's all he was there from the beginning. That's what he's there for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you wanna cover up and get you somebody that's looking for this right here. You gotta figure out what you about. You know what I'm saying? And then that's gonna draw him in. And hey, that time he gonna be there.
Yeah. And
You know
not
what I'm saying?
saying you gotta go at the ugly one.
Yeah.
Because our women are beautiful. It's just that's not what you want the
primary
marriage
focus.
to be hinged upon. It's lust.
Lust
Right?
shit.
That makes sense. So 2 things. What you gotta start doing? Put down what and put on what.
Put down the wig and
Right.
put on presentable clothes.
Right, with the what? Are they baggy MC Hammer pants? Can you put those on? You put the pants on?
No, I can't wear the pants.
No pants. What you got to put on? Dress,
Like
right?
a lot of dress.
Right, yeah. A-line dresses. Look up A-line.
Yeah, I don't know about the dresses now.
I
don't like dresses.
You like skirts? They got skirts?
I wear skirts.
Well, you still put on a loose fitting skirt. Don't get the fitted skirt. Don't get the one that's right here. Right? You seeing sister walk down there, she got the skirt on this high.
Yeah, nope.
Now you want a long skirt on, sister. Again, because it's not meant for others to see. It's meant for your husband to see. And if you don't have a husband, it's meant to keep to yourself till you do get a husband. Right? Yes.
No trying to get the slick dresses where the bottom all modest, but the
that
top
is
out.
not modest, sister. You can't be showing
Trying to play the
cleavage.
50.
Damn, what happened? It went to it. Look, can't be showing cleavage. Right? That's off.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it's modest, but she's got to say it's modest.
It's,
but
it's halfway modest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got half of it together and half not. Right? So you have to fully come into this thing because, hey, it's what the Most High deems as acceptable for his daughters. Right? What the Most High deems as acceptable for men is men clothing. We can't borderline play the fence and brothers be wearing tutus.
Yeah, on top of the pants.
Yeah, on top of the pants. We can't wear a tutu on top of our pants and be like, well, we got pants on. That's crazy. You wouldn't even have stopped these grown men out here in dresses and skirts with bust downs on, man. That would be madness. Right? Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, so look, and it's many more things that we have to learn. And you know, these things, they come over time with learning. You know, we didn't learn everything overnight. And we also didn't change overnight. We know that these things take time. I said, whenever you get paid, whether it's bi-weekly or weekly, you want to make an effort to get you a dress. You know, you may go on Shein and catch you a sale for $5, $10. You know what I mean? Get you a nice dress. And you want to conform to start wearing those things, right? That the Lord may find favor with you and take away the stress. Because once one thing happens, it's like a domino effect. You start doing one thing, where the Lord starts to alleviate the pressure. Give me Matthew 11:28. Go ahead.
It's the book of history of Susanna, verse number 8. And the 2 elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her.
There's always been creepy men, even in the scriptures. All right, go ahead.
And they perverted their own mind.
And they did what?
Perverted their own mind.
They're thinking lustfully. Now, a dress doesn't alleviate issues. Men aren't gonna stop being perverts, but it reduces it very, very much. Right? Go ahead.
The older y'all get, the weirder y'all get.
And that was an old man with the bald head that did that. And he was around young men.
lust.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says,
real quick, we was talking to an elder that was homeless yesterday and said he would lay with another man's wife if he had that.
I don't care.
He don't care.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more lustful.
And he did it in front of him. He talked to
He said,
another
brother,
man.
I ain't gonna lie, your wife beautiful, your woman's beautiful. See what I'm saying? Like, it's just a pervert.
Yeah. And then we asked him, what if that's a man? He said, I don't care.
Yeah. See, now you see how the perversion goes.
It goes
more.
worse and worse.
Now you just don't even care if it's a man.
I don't care if it's a kid. They say
You
kid.
just take it. Yeah, it could be a kid. She's 13. Well. Read that.
If it's grass on the
That's
field,
mad.
play ball.
Yeah.
Turned away their eyes that they may not look unto heaven,
Right.
nor remember the judgments. Howbeit they were both wounded. So like it, howbeit they both were wounded with her love.
So these men, they didn't look to the Most High. They actually start looking away from the Most High and started looking at their own lust. Read Proverbs 3 and 5. Read.
I'm gonna jump down. It says, verse 16, and there was nobody there save the two elders that hid themselves and watched her. Then said she unto her maids, bring me oil and washing balls, and shut the garden doors that I may wash me. And they did as she bade them, and shut the garden doors, and went out themselves at private doors to fetch the things which she commanded them.
Right.
Verse 19. Now when the maids were gone forth, and the two elders rose up and ran unto her, saying, behold, the garden doors are shut, that no man can see us, and we are in love with thee.
Right.
Therefore consent unto us and lie with us.
And so these men, they were trying to force
Creeped
this
up.
woman, right, to lay with her, right? We ain't gonna say it because it's on camera, but they was trying to grape her, right? Read.
I'm gonna jump down to 22. Then Susanna sighed and said, I am straitened on every side.
I'm afflicted on both sides because they couldn't get her while she was in public because she was always covered and she wasn't just out in the land.
Yeah.
Right? So they had to see her while she was bathing and they snuck into her house. Right, Reed?
For if I do this thing, it is death unto me.
Because if she do lay down with these men, the Most High gonna kill her. Reed?
And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hands.
But if she doesn't do it, these men are gonna say that she committed adultery.
Yeah.
So she's afflicted on both sides.
Yeah.
Now let's see what this sister does to be righteous though. Read.
It is better for me to fall into your hands.
It's better for me to fall into your hands to take it to the courts. Read.
And do it not, than to sin in the sight of the Lord.
She would rather fall into men's hands and be put to death than to sin against God and be put to
It was
death.
either gonna be adultery or rape.
Yeah. And she was like, you know what, you're gonna have to do what you gotta do because I'm not doing it. I'm gonna call upon the Lord. And she screamed with a loud voice and her servants came running in. Right? And then they went through a long, lengthy trial. At the end of the day, she got acquitted because the Most High fought for her. So that's how we have to be. We have to have faith that the Most High will fight for us in the times of our affliction. Right, read that real quick, Proverbs 25.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord.
Do what?
Trust in the Lord.
Susanna did that. She trusted in the Most High. Read.
With all thine heart.
Because she had nothing else to lean on to. She couldn't save herself. Nobody was coming to save her. She said, what they say, we're going to let Jesus take the wheel. In a sense, that's what she did. Read.
And lean not into thine own understanding.
She didn't try to think of a way to get out of it. She said, I'm just going to let the Lord handle it because he knows the truth. Right, go ahead.
In all thy ways acknowledge him.
And everything you do, you have to acknowledge the Most High. Read.
And he shall direct thy path.
And he is going to direct your steps. You are no longer going to be plagued by certain thoughts and certain things that you may have dealt with before coming to him and being converted. Right? Go to the other picture back over.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden.
You say you're stressed sometimes. And things for why you do certain things. Stress. We all stress. We all go through things. We're not better than you. Right? We understand that. We're the same people. We go through the same afflictions. Read.
And I will give you rest.
But the Most High will give us rest if we come unto him. Christ will give us rest if we submit to the will of him and his Father. Read.
Take my yoke upon you.
You have to take the things that the Lord has commanded and bidded of us. We have to put that on. Right, read.
And learn of me.
And we have to learn of him. Read.
For I am meek.
For Christ is meek. He's lowly. Christ didn't come back in a glorified body. Christ came, give me that in Isaiah chapter 53. Christ wasn't a comely man, which is to say beautiful. Christ wasn't a handsome man when he walked upon the earth, right? And he came from one of the poorest regions, right? When he was born. Right, read that. Start from the top.
Isaiah 53:1. Who have believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground.
Right.
He had no form, nor comeliness.
Nor what?
Nor comeliness.
So he had no form nor comeliness. He didn't come in a beautiful estate. It said, read the verse right before that again.
It said, who have believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant.
He came up as a tender plant, read.
And as a root out of a dry ground.
He came out of a dry ground. That means he didn't come from money. He didn't come from a lavish lifestyle and a king's lineage as he should. He came from the low, right? What we would say the ghettos, right? And he didn't come as a comely man, a handsome man. He came as a regular man walking upon the face of the earth. Right? So we have to understand, that's why even Solomon said a beauty is vain, right? Whether it be for the man or the woman, these things are vain. Right? Go back to that Matthew.
Verse 29 from the top. Take my yoke upon you,
right,
and learn of me, for I am meek,
right,
and lowly in heart,
right,
and ye shall find rest
and you will
in
find,
your soul.
You'll find rest in your soul when you come unto the Most High, and you won't have to lean unto things that are temporary fixes anymore. All the brothers up here at one point in time have smoked, right, and they may have done it to run away from things, or it may have became a thing that was just a habit that they just did because they've done it for so long. But we all had to stop sins that we were doing to truly serve the Most High. And all brothers up here can attest that when we stopped, things became easier. And they weren't hard to break anymore. It's like a shackle that's been cut 75% away. Now you gotta do it this one time and it breaks. Right? But when you come to start serving the Lord and you start to keep the commandments, it cuts that shackle every time. Every commandment you start keeping, it starts to cut that shackle. That way you're no more bound to the flesh. Because your flesh tells you to do this, but God didn't. You may not even want to do this, but you resort to it because it's comfortable. Well, that's just the flesh. Right? So we'll give you one more commandment. We ain't gonna hold you all night. Give me Exodus 11 or something. Actually, give me Exodus 20.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
What did the Lord say?
Remember the Sabbath day.
You know what the Sabbath day is? Okay, we're gonna do it. All right. So the first part of this commandment, this is the fourth commandment inside the 10. The first part of it is to remember. So, read.
To keep it holy.
To do what?
To keep it holy.
So we have to keep this day, the Sabbath day, separate. We have to remember it and keep it separate. Read. 6
days shalt thou labor, and do all thy work.
So Lord said we have 6 days to do everything we need to do. How many days are in a week? 7 days. So 6 out of the 7 days, you can work, you can cook, you can clean, you can take out the trash, whatever you need to do, 6 days. Read. Now, let me ask you this. Do our people usually work 6 days a week?
No, sometimes they get 2 days off.
Yeah, sometimes, so we work 5 days, usually with 2 days off. Usually the weekend. Right, Reed?
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So we agree. It is 7 days in a week. Now let me ask you this, because the 7th day is a Sabbath day. What's the 7th day of the week?
Sunday.
That's it. Let's look at a calendar real quick. Right?
It go Sunday first.
So hold on, what's
Sunday
first day?
first, and then Monday. Yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What's the 7th day? Saturday. Alright, so now we know the Sabbath day is, right? So the Sabbath day is Saturday. Now, the Lord said 6 days we have to do what? We can do all our what? All our work. Anything you want, you can spend all the money you want to spend in 6 days. Right? Read that.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt do the Thou shalt not do any work.
Right?
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter.
Right, you say you have some kids, you can't tell your kids to go work, take out the trash, clean this up, read.
Thy servant, thy manservant, nor thy maid servant.
So if you own a business, the business can't be open on that day either, read.
Nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Right, so 6 days you can do all that, but on the 7th day, you can't do it. So no work is to be done on the Sabbath day, which is what day? Saturday. Which is Saturday, read.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and all that is in them is,
right,
and rested the 7th day.
What the Lord do?
And rested the 7th day.
So the Lord created the earth in 7 days, you know that in Genesis, right? And he ceased from his work. Well, he created in 6 days and he rested on the 7th day. He ceased from his work on the 7th day. So likewise, the Lord ceased from his work, we must what? Cease from our work, right? So today, there should be no buying, no selling, no cooking, no cleaning, no doing extra activities today. We should be giving this day solely to the Lord, right? We should be reading his word. We should be gathering with like-minded people, right, that want to serve the Most High, right? That makes sense, don't it? Because let's just say I was gathering with homeless people every week. Them was my friends I was hanging out with. Eventually, I'm going to become what? I'm become homeless. I'm gonna end up being like them because you're taking on the traits of the people that you hang around. That's why they say if you want to be rich, you have to know rich people. You have to have a rich mindset. In order to do that, you have to talk to rich people, right? That's a worldly thing that they say. So likewise, with a godly people, godly men and women, you have to talk to them and be around them as well so that you can change. Because you'll never change if you're around the world. We all have testimonies of that where we knew what we were supposed to do, but we were hanging around people in the world that influenced us to do other things, right? So, let me get Nehemiah to the 13 and verse number 19 real quick. So, you know that the Sabbath day is on Saturday. Well, what time does it start and what time does it end? Because it's one full day. So what time can I say the Sabbath day starts and ends? When does a new day begin?
At like 12.
Okay. Well, let's
This new day basically 12 a.m. in the morning. Whole new day.
Let's have an ancient mindset here for a second. Let's say there's no clocks, ain't no street lights. How do we know when a new day begins in the ancient world?
Like daylight.
Well, so a new day begins when what? When one day what? So when the sun what? That's when one day ends, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because the day don't end and start in the morning. No. One day begins when one day ends. So when the sun goes down, that day is over. So Friday from what?
8.
Hold on. Friday what?
Friday?
Yeah. It starts when? Friday what?
Saturday.
Yeah, but what time? How do you know when a new day begins?
Like very winter time, but when it goes to like 5, now it get dark at like 5.
Yeah.
Like that.
Remove time. Think about what? What's in the sky? The sun. So when the sun goes down, because in wintertime it's different. Like you say, it may be 5 in the winter, it may be 8 o'clock now in the summertime. So no, you don't want to do away with the modernized time and go by the sun, right? Because that's off a 24-hour interval, no matter what. So when the sun goes down, that's one day beginning, and when the sun goes down to the next day, that's one day ending. So Friday sundown to Saturday sundown will be the Sabbath. We're gonna prove that real quick. Read that.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13 and verse 19. And it came to pass that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark.
When it what?
When the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark.
So when the sun started to go down, read.
Before the Sabbath.
Before when?
Before the Sabbath.
So before the sun started to go down, before the Sabbath, read.
I commanded that the gates should be shut. And charged that they should not be open till after the Sabbath.
So we know that the Sabbath was coming in. So he started to close the gates before the Sabbath came in, so people wouldn't sneak out, right, and go sell and buy in the city. So he closed the gates. We know that the Sabbath was about to start to come in because he did it right before the sun started to go down. That way you can determine that the Sabbath starts when the sun goes down, right? That makes sense? Okay, so what's some things we went over today?
Like some new stuff, like when the day goes, like that's something I never knew, like when the day when it's over with, when the sun go down.
Yeah.
So that's something.
All crazy.
Then on Saturday, it's the 7th day.
Yeah.
Because it starts with Sunday first, then Monday.
Yeah.
I can't go.
Okay.
And about the dresses and stuff, the sheets and stuff, what the women gotta wear, and what men gotta wear.
Right. What woman gotta wear?
We gotta wear them blouses and dresses.
Yeah. Loose, free-flowing dresses. Right.
Can't wear jeans. I ain't know we couldn't wear no jeans.
No jeans. What else? One more thing.
The other way.
What's first thing you came over?
Out of weed.
There you go.
We gotta put that down.
We gotta put that down. We gotta put that. We got change for the Lord. Now, last thing. What's your nationality? Because you knew all this, you got all this information, but you had to do that knowing who you are. So what would you say your nationality is?
I am. Basically, I'm gonna turn my life over fully to him.
Not religion. What race of people? What race of people do you go back to?
I'm black.
Well, let me ask you this. Look at the top, sister, and then look at the skin.
I'm black, fully black.
Hold on.
African American.
Well, your skin, is it the black color?
Yeah, dark black.
No.
I'm dark chocolate.
You brown.
I'm dark.
You brown, sister. Because I could distinct, he darker than you and he not black.
We the same color.
Nah, he a little dark.
I got you beat by a shade.
Yeah, by a shade. But look, and he not black. Right? This is black. Right here. Is he that color?
No.
Can you distinguish the two?
Dark brown.
So he a dark brown. Right. Okay. So sister, you would be brown as well. Now, a color is not a nationality. Because where did the dark brown people go back to? What's the dark brown language? You know? All right. Now, English. That's the language that we were forced to speak. African American didn't come around until 1978. That was another term that was coined by somebody to call us. That was another term that was coined that someone called us by. So let me ask you this. So before the 1900s, who were we before that?
Slaves.
Oh, okay. Well, who are we before slaves? Now we getting somewhere.
We was picking cotton.
Well, who were we before we were picking cotton?
Like, we was nobody.
Well, hold on. That's what they teach us.
We was nobody. No, we was powerful, but they took over us. They took our powerful and brainwashed us.
Yeah, they did. And they took this away from us.
We brainwashed. They took our everything.
This is who we were. We was Israelites. We're God's chosen people. You ever heard that before?
Yes, that's why we could stand strong out here.
So sister, today you have to know that you would be an Israelite, and you say you so-called black or African American, you would be from the tribe of Judah, right? This is the same tribe that Christ came from. Did you know Christ was a black man? Or did you think he was a white man?
A white man.
You thought he was a white man? Let's get that real quick. Give me Revelation.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1.
And we're gonna start at 1.
Yeah, start at 1.
In verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants.
So that would take the horns away. This Christ, right? Huh? I read that.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So that word rule of revelation, it means to reveal. So now we're going into the revealing of what Christ looked like. Right? Now jump down to verse 14.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now, what texture is wool?
Like a dark color?
No, what texture? Like how does wool, like what does wool textured hair look like?
Like rough, nigga,
Yeah, like this. This is woolly hair. Oh, what type of hair he got? Yeah, well this is it's like a long sheepdog hair. So now we're at a conundrum here, right? Because this says this man's hair was white in color and woolly in texture.
Right.
Right. You ever seen Morgan Freeman? You ever seen a elder so-called black man? What does he have? He has like white woolly hair, right? With an afro. You ever seen that before? Go ahead, show you.
Hey,
Just go to images. It'll pop up.
Why am I connected to it?
I was gonna tell him to move that.
Yeah. Can you move that to screen? Yeah. So this is like white woolly hair.
Yes, and then why the presidents every president that get in office had a white hair.
Yeah, well, see, they had stringy hair though. So this is woolly. They had stringy hair, but it was white because he would have been of an elder age, right? Read that. And white is pure as well. Read.
White like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So he had fiery red eyes because the Lord isn't coming back nice. He's not coming back with hugs and kisses. He's coming back to destroy this place because they have done wickedness unto us, right? So what color eyes you got? What color eyes is that? Like a blue, like a baby blue, dark ocean blue. Read that.
And his feet.
So we're at 2 strikes. You know baseball, 3 strikes you would. Yeah. You out of there. We had 2 strikes. Let's see what this 3rd strike is.
And his feet, like unto fine brass.
Hold on. What color is brass? What color is brass? You ever seen a penny? A penny is brass. What color is a penny? Brown. So hold on. It's saying that his feet are like brass. Now let's see how dark of a brown it was.
As if they burned in the furnace.
As if what?
As if they burned in the furnace.
So he's so dark, it looked like he got burned in a furnace. What happens when you burn anything in a furnace?
It gets too dark.
It get very, very brown, right? So around this brother's color, right around your color, around this brother's color. That's a very, very dark man. So where do we get that from? That's confusion, right? That can't be Christ. That's a liar, right? That's a deception that was painted to mentally keep us in slavery and to think that the white man's God. So we have to break the mental chains of knowing that that's not Christ, neither is that God. Christ looks like a so-called black man upon the earth today. Christ also comes from the tribe of Judah, right? He would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So we can link up through biblical prophecy and accuracy that the so-called black people today are Israelites from the tribe of Judah. That would make sense, right?
Right.
That would make 2 + 2 is 4. We can't make it equal anything else. We didn't force the Bible to say that, right? That's plain upon tables, right? So give me 2 Corinthians 11 and 22, and I'm passing next week.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse number 22. Are they Hebrews?
Are they what?
Are they Hebrews?
What are we?
Are they Hebrews?
Read.
So am I. Are they Israelites?
What's his sister?
Are they Israelites?
What's his brother?
Are they Israelites?
All the brothers out here?
Are they Israelites?
Read.
So am I.
And we Israelites. That's plain. And all of God's people are on this sign. The so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are God's people. We have to move away from the colors and the names that we've been called by our oppressors, the so-called white man, and come back to what God has called us as being children. Keeping is what? What we gotta start keeping? The commandments. The ones we went over there. It's okay. It's okay. It's new.
I do need to stop smoking this blunt.
It's new. It's new. So we gotta throw these things out. It's a lighter right there.
No, this is new.
Okay. Look, you want to throw those things out. Don't go buy nothing, right? And knowing that you're an Israelite, start keeping God's commandments over the few that we went over today. Give a flyer real quick. And we have sisters as well in the congregation, right? There's other women that you could get around. We have children that you can bring your children around to learn how to live righteously, right? And learn how to live under the ordinances of the Most High and you got people that be able to help you, right? Spiritually get through things, physically get through things, that way you may be lifted up and come back to serving the Most High God. Right?
Overcame Babylon, we Israel, now we girded up. Ever since we came into the truth, we got our birdies up. Eat this Mac, think you funny, watch how it'll burn you up. I live 3 miles down, by the Sabbath journey up. Esau see us coming up, just watch how we just turn him up. In the kingdom, keep the law, we gon' have them double dutch. Occupy till I come, go ahead and eat this honey up. Anytime I see a blood moon, it got me jumping up.
Esau doing coke, yeah, now he fanny up. I done got my spirit up, now let's just see what's up.